Hey, skyscraper area. This is a short little advertisement for fall retreats. And I want you to listen to this because what I'm seeing since the pandemic is that we get to do a lot of virtual work. And some of you came in during the pandemic. So you've never been to a live Mary Kay success meeting or event. And I will tell you that the pandemic didn't change the rules of success for Mary Kay. The rules of success that I was taught at my new consultant orientation from Debbie Moore, that learned it from Daleen White, that learned it from Mary Kay Ash, haven't changed. And one of those rules of success is 4 times a year, you're plugged into a live event. So weekly, you're plugged into an event that your director does. That could be virtual or in person with guests, selling products, people hearing about the opportunity, et cetera. But then quarterly, there's an opportunity for you to plug in. We just had one seminar. And then the next is fall retreat. The next is a get your year in gear, which I have traditionally been doing a virtual one for our whole area. So I will continue that practice the first Saturday of January. So you can mark that on your date book. And that's convenient wherever you're at in the country. And I don't know what the format will be, but you will know when you need to. Directors go to leadership conference. And then that's in January and in Fort Worth, Texas. So we'd love to have you join us there as a director, or DIQs will be invited to that also. But do know there's plenty of time to be a sales director before January 1st. And then career conference, the company's already given us the 6 cities they're going to be in for career conference. And then we're back to seminar. So let's talk about fall retreat. Our area, I'm going to be at 2 fall retreats. And so I would love everyone in my area to come to one of those 2. Strategically, one's in the Midwest and one's in the South. So that covers the majority of the people in our area. Although I know that there's people in other pockets, West Coast, middle of the country, et cetera. I know that it's always been like that. I would drive or fly from St. Simons Island, Georgia to Sandusky, Ohio. Every single year to Debbie Moore's. And then I started hosting my own on St. Simons Island, Georgia as a director to get more people to that. And then I always had Michigan people, Midwestern people, because of starting my business in Ohio and Michigan. And I had Arizona people too that would be flying in to the different retreats. So these are the 2 retreat opportunities that are very strategic. The first weekend or the last weekend in September, so that's 29th and 30th, is Brittany Jenks, who's a brand new national sales director with Mary Kay, $1 million director. She was an adopted director that would drive 6 hours round trip to my director's meeting. I know this woman. She book coach sells recruits in person and virtually, and is a brand new national sales director with Mary Kay. Her debut is a workshop September 29th and 30th by Columbus, Ohio. You can drive, you can fly. There's an airport in Columbus. And then the next opportunity is on St. Simons Island. So Lynn is hosting a retreat that looks much like the retreat that she grew up going to on St. Simons. You can fly to Jacksonville, Savannah, Brunswick, Georgia, or drive. And that's the 6th through 8th. So it's the last weekend in September or the first weekend in October. So you can pick by date. You could pick by location. You could pick the September one is Friday evening, gets done Saturday at 3. The October one starts Friday evening and gets done Sunday around noon or 1. So you may pick it by time frame, but pick one and let your director know. If you have any questions, please ask us questions. But you guys, plugging in, especially with so much of what we do virtually in our business, but also in our lives, people need to be around other people even more than they ever have. The fun, if you were making the decision because of the cost or the time to not go, that's how you make hobby decisions. But if you are investing the money to learn, whether you're doing this part-time or full-time, you're still being a professional entrepreneurial business owner that's playing by the rules of the game. So, when women say, well, I don't need to go, honestly, you do. Like, you need the fun. You need to be poured into. You need to be challenged in all arenas of your life. You need to be encouraged in all arenas of your life. And you never know what God's going to have for you there. Because when you invite the Holy Spirit to show up, he does. And so very often I've had women go to a fall retreat and come back and they're directors with us at leadership. And maybe they never even thought about that. But you know what? When you're just busy in your life and not necessarily paying attention to why maybe God has you in Mary Kay right now, maybe some of the needs that you're praying for spiritually, emotionally, financially, flexibility wise, lifestyle wise, are all answered for you already in your Mary Kay starter kit. You're just not paying attention to it because you're busy being busy, because we all have lots of reasons to be busy. And we do live in an age of distraction too. So I encourage you, play by the rules of the game. You will not regret it. You will have fun. It will be the most fun girls' weekend. You will be sharpened professionally, personally, spiritually, and I'll get to see you. Some of you I haven't met yet. I want to meet you. Come, find me. I'm going to be in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to be on St. Simon's Island, Georgia. Pick one. Both flyers are attached to this. Get registered ASAP because these will sell out. They only have so much space. I know the one in September is close to selling out because that is being advertised to the whole company and country. So get your registrations in. All the other stuff we can figure out. And you're going to be selling new miracle sets. You're going to be paying for this with your Mary Kay money. It's a tax deduction, but you're going to pay for it with your Mary Kay money. I mean, once you buy a starter kit, you can't say you can't afford it. You can only say you're not willing to work for it. And I hope you're willing to work for connection, and all this can pour into you, because the more you have poured into you, the more sharpening you avail yourself of, the more you can help to free women, unhinder women, encourage women, give them hope, and give them, a way to maybe get out of some situations that are not healthy or are not serving them well. Okay, guys, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Last weekend in September or first weekend in October.